It's here at grassroots footy where the love affair with AFL begins. Ronnie Lewis from the Ajax Football Club has watched as the game has evolved into a blockbuster sport.
We get the need for the AFL to raise as much revenue as it can. It's a big game, it's a growing game, but certainly from our perspective, when you look at grass footy, we want as many people as we can to see the footy. The fact there's no free-to-wear games on a Saturday, I think, is pretty sad.
That's a big statement.
It's a great start. Couldn't have scripted a better start for them.
The current broadcast rights, potentially worth billions, are again up for grabs. That's left some fans worried that more free-to-air matches could be put behind paywalls.
Listen to the noise starting to build.
We've got rising interest rates and costs are going through the roof, inflation, and so the one love, the one form of entertainment you've also got to pay for, which is a bit sad.
The bidding war includes the incumbent broadcast partners Foxtel and Channel 7, the Nine Network and its streaming service Stan, and Network 10 and its streaming platform Paramount+.
I think it's much closer than people think it is. You know, if you ask people in Foxtel, they'd say they're pretty confident that they've got a new deal. But as far as I'm aware, Paramount and Nine are still in negotiations as well.
It would be a massive surprise if it weren't some configuration of Seven and Foxtel, and I would think most likely the outcome will be the status quo.
Since 2015, games have been split between free-to-air and pay TV under a $2.5 billion rights deal.
We've always believed that this is the premium code in Australia. It's the national game, and we're putting our money where we believe.
Take this great national game and make it the national game of choice.
Now negotiations are underway for a new deal for 2025 onwards, and there's pressure on outgoing AFL boss Gillan McLachlan to deliver.
It's very easy for the AFL to say, hey Gil, just get it done for us, leave us with some money. He'd be hoping to get a really big deal, hopefully a record deal for the AFL if they can pull that off.
Streaming services have entered the race to add AFL to their offerings, but the government doesn't want any more games to go behind a paywall.
Ad-free, live and on demand.
A reduction in the availability of live and free matches being shown on free-to-air television would be a shame, but we would be crossing that bridge when we arrive at it.
Communications Minister Michelle Rowland plans to review Australia's 30-year-old anti-siphoning laws, which ensure that the biggest sporting events are on free-to-air.
The greatest of them all, the Melbourne Cup.
It is important to update the scheme to take account for the fact that when it was devised, there were two broadcasters in question, free-to-air television and subscription broadcasting. So we need to ensure that that is brought into the digital age.
That looks like it'll do the job.
In Footy Mad South Australia and WA, all games featuring state clubs are currently guaranteed free to air.
They've kicked some nice goals today, the West Coast Eagles.
I think it's your right as an Australian to be able to just watch the footy. And the idea that it becomes pay-per-view will just mean that in particular people with less income, pensioners, unemployed people on ordinary incomes have less opportunity to enjoy watching a great Australian spectacle.
Given how important fans are, the largest stakeholders, how loyal they've been, if the free-to-air was reduced from where it is now, I think that'd be a slap in the face to fans.
If you say to those followers, oh look, terribly sorry, you're going to have to pay to view now, you know, because we've sold the rights to Foxtel and we've stuck them behind a paywall, you're snubbing their enthusiasm to follow the game, and the ratings will absolutely, definitely go down.
With potentially billions of dollars in play, loyal fans are urging the game not to leave them on the sidelines.
The AFL are custodians of our game. They come and go. Fans stay a long, long, long time, longer than the custodians of the AFL. So they're just going to make sure that the essence is they're looking after the game and they're going to look after fans.